Welcome back, Towners. Today we're going to make a jalapeno crusted thick cut ribeye steak. Let's get it. Welcome back, Towners. In this video here, we're going to be making a jalapeno crusted thick cut ribeye steak. And to start off this recipe here, we have our thick cut ribeye steak, and this is a very large, very thick cut of meat here. It's about an inch, like almost 1.5 inches thick of steak here. So we're going to season this up really well. We season this up with some salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, and some jalapeno powder. And just basically rub this into all sides of the meat, and also along all the edges, so that when we sear it, we get a nice crust on it. We took our skillet and heated that up over high heat, and placed in some olive oil and some butter, unsalted butter. Put the butter in to raise the smoke point of the olive oil, as well as add some flavor to it. Then we placed our steak into the skillet. When we placed the steak in the skillet, we just left it alone. We didn't touch it for about 2 minutes to try to set and get a good sear on the bottom half of the meat. Also on both sides, we're doing the same thing. Flipped it over and did the same thing on the other side. When you put your meat in the skillet, just leave it alone. Once the crust sets, it'll release from the bottom of the pan. If you ever flip your steak over and you realize like all the seasoning and the crust sticks to the bottom of the pan, it hadn't released from the bottom of the pan yet, and it'll just fall off and stick on the just basically stay on the skillet. So leave it alone, and once it kind of wiggles free, you know that it's ready to be flipped over and it'll set. Then we went in and placed some jalapenos in the skillet to add some additional jalapeno flavor to our steak, because the jalapeno powder doesn't really give you that much heat. If you just want that jalapeno flavor, just go ahead and use the powder. But we added in some whole jalapenos with the seeds and everything that, we got to put jalapenos on everything. So add our homies to it. So we just kept flipping the steak over about every minute or so. Once our jalapenos were done, we went ahead and just took those out. We didn't want to cook them down all the way down. We just wanted to get some char on it to get some of that flavor for it. And you're going to basically eat that with the steak. So we then pulled out our meat thermometer to check the temperature of the steak. Realized that it was getting closer to done along the edges on both the left and the right side of the steak, but not really so towards the middle. So we just kept flipping it over. Once the middle portion got close to about 140, 145 range, we went ahead and started to crust the outside layers of all around the edges of the steak, just to get that crust everywhere and not have any spots that weren't getting, because we had seasoning on that side. So just wanted to elevate that flavor all around the steak. Once our steak was finished, this steak took us about 8 minutes or so to cook. It took a lot longer than the regular thinner steaks that we make, just to get that middle portion to the temperature that we like. I primarily go for about a medium well steak. If it happens to hit well done, I'm fine with that. Not an issue. But this steak, when we took it out of the grill, took it off of the stovetop, let it rest for about 5 minutes. This is how it looked. It looks like the crust is burnt, but it's not. It's just has a nice crust on it. And when we cut through it, like you see here, you'll see that the steak isn't burnt or anything. The carryover temperature, we took it out once the middle portion hit 145, but the edges again were a little bit higher than that. So that carryover temperature kind of raised the temp of the steak a bit more. And I think we probably got close to the well done range, but the steak still remained juicy. A lot of juice still coming out of the steak. It wasn't dried out or anything, didn't get all that flavor out of it, but we're going to show a close up of how the steak looked, and you can see it doesn't have that pink ring around the middle that you would normally see on a medium or medium well. I'm totally fine with that. Again, I'm not a stickler on, oh man, my steak isn't admirable, all that, but it's all good. Here's our steak. This is how it looked. We just chopped it up, placed it on a plate, and added the jalapenos that we grilled up and placed that around the outsides of it, and we're good to go. This steak came out great. Salt and pepper brought out that flavor, but the jalapeno powder, it gave you the additional jalapeno flavor on that, and that was enough. That, if you just simple steak rub, this definitely did the job for you. Multiple uses for this. Put it over salad, dipping sauces. You can just dip the steak in, use it as an appetizer, make some steak bites, just a lot of things you can go. But we're going to go ahead and hit this up for a taste test for you guys and enjoy. Welcome back, Towners. Here is our jalapeno ribeye steak, jalapeno thick cut ribeye steak. I'm trying not to tip it because it's still kind of juice coming out of it, liquid, but get a close up of it. Looks like it, I mean, I used a thermometer on it, took it out once I hit 145. It's still super juicy, but it doesn't have, you know, a little pinkish inside ring, but it's not overdone or not well done or anything, still, but hey, I mean, make your steak however you want to. It's not a problem or issue with me, but let's give it a taste. I like it. Salt and pepper brings out the flavor of the meat. Onion powder, garlic powder, and then that jalapeno powder along with the jalapenos. It's good. I'm not getting that much heat from the jalapeno powder. It's more just of the flavor. So that's why I wanted to add some jalapenos to it. But this definitely gives you the jalapeno flavor that you're looking for. If you just want that without the heat, get some jalapeno powder. But it's good. Throw this over some salad. Wrap it up in some lettuce wrap. Lettuce, make tacos out of it. Black and blue salad. Multiple options you can do with this, but try this out, guys. Jalapeno thick cut ribeye steak. Enjoy.
Enjoy. And please subscribe. Enjoy.
Hey, Towners. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them in the comment section. All ingredients and directions are listed in the description box below each video. And as always, thank you guys for watching.